Another one. I mean, it definitely feels soft, yeah. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me today. We're at the beginning of November and it is time to harvest our garlic crop. We planted out the garlic at the beginning of April 2024 and now we are at the beginning of November. So it's been about 7 months, and garlic usually takes between 7 to 9 months to reach full maturity and be ready to harvest. So we're hoping that it is all ready to be pulled up today. We have had some of the garlics develop witch's brooming, so we don't really want to leave it in the ground for much longer. A lot of the leaves have died back, and I'm hoping that we haven't actually left it in the ground too long. So we're going to pull up our garlic today and hopefully we get a good crop. In total, I think I planted around 250 garlics. Some of them didn't make it though, so I'm hoping we can get at least 200. And I thought I would bring you all along today to see how much garlic we can harvest from the garden.
Oh, that's a good one. Good salt. Salt parts, mate.
Oh yeah. Shame.
So that seems pretty good. It's just small.
You know, I haven't had the water on here for probably 2 weeks now.
And it's still moist.
Yeah.
I think we'll get some water. It's one of those things that might have been needed like 1 or 2 days a week watering. Yeah, this is a good one.
It feels a little soft. I don't know if this one is,
Look at that.
imagine if they were all like that.
But it's still fairly green. It's started with broom, whatever you call it.
See, a lot of them are actually starting to witch's broom. Yeah.
Just because of the wild weather.
Yeah, apparently. A lot of people are having the same issue this year. So here we've got one of the garlics that has started witch's brooming. At first inspection, it looks like it hasn't split into cloves, which doesn't really make sense because of the witch's brooming. So I'm going to pull this up and we'll take a look at it. Surely it has to have split into cloves. It has split into cloves, but from the outside, it really looked like just one bulb. Look at that. It has split into cloves. Now, obviously, I can't store this. Obviously, I've just opened it up and this was still very fresh. I'm going to have to take this in the house. But that is interesting. What a good experiment. I'm going to keep pulling up the bulbs that look like they haven't split into cloves yet. I might open one more up. Yeah, and if it has in fact split into cloves, then I think I might pull up the whole crop. Like that. This is soft. I feel like some of them are, I don't know if we just need to pull them up. Just pull them up, I don't know. Because I just found one there, it hadn't split into cloves and it had started rotting. Some of the garlic as well, the bulbs have started rotting. That's really soft, but at this stage I think there might only be a handful. Yeah, look at that. Shame.
Got a few good ones.
Yeah, is it going to be enough though? Like, if they grew next to each other.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one, Calvin. Yeah.
Well, that one, you should feel there. That's cool. They literally grew like that.
Yeah.
Wow. So we've harvested barely a quarter of the garlic and we've run into a bit of an issue. It seems like probably the rest of the garlic here hasn't yet split into cloves. So I'm not quite sure what to do. I was going to leave the rest of the garlic and come out and check on it every couple of days. It's been 2 days since we started harvesting the garlic and we decided to leave the rest of the garlic for now because it really hadn't seemed to have split into cloves yet. The bulb just kind of seemed like one big bulb. Now, I don't know if that was the wrong decision to make because I've just come out here now and I've been having a look at some of the garlics again and it kind of seems like I'm feeling some soft spots on the garlic. So I really hope that we haven't made a mistake by leaving it for those extra 2 days. I'm just going to take a look at the garlic now and just see if any more can be harvested and just try and get an idea of if I've got some rotting garlic. So this garlic here definitely seems like it has started rotting. As I'm feeling around the bulb, particularly this spot feels quite soft. I am pretty frustrated. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's all a learning experience, but I can't help but to be a bit disappointed. I just hope that there's not going to be a whole bunch of garlic that we are going to lose. I'm going to keep having a look. Oh my goodness. Another one. I mean, it definitely feels soft, yeah. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Another one. This one is partially soft as well. I really didn't think that that just sitting out here for another couple of days would have had a big impact, but obviously it has. Oh my goodness, I am so disappointed. So disappointed. Oh, oh no, 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 no. I cannot even begin to explain how, I don't know, is devastated a little bit too dramatic, but I'm really, yeah. So far, I think every one that I've pulled up, like, what's this, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've pulled up 8 so far, and all of them have soft spots. This is just so frustrating. I suppose I'm just going to, I don't really have a choice. I'll pull up the rest, even though some of them don't really feel like they have, the bulb hasn't split into cloves yet. The ones that do feel a bit soft, I'm probably going to cut them open and I'll see if there's any cloves in there that I can salvage. Hopefully it hasn't affected the whole bulb. And obviously I'm not going to be able to store these in the cloves. I can't dry them out, so I'm going to have to preserve them some other way. I might maybe chop them up and pop them in the freezer just to use for cooking. I'm going to try not to let this disappoint me. Although I'm not going to lie, I am really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. Well, I think I'm just going to start at this side of the bed and make my way down to the other end. Let's see if I can get any garlic that I can save. I've got a couple here that don't seem hard. I think I'm just going to put them all in the one pile and then I will sort through them. But yeah, like in this handful, I think there were maybe 2 or 3 that didn't feel soft, so. Well, all of the garlic is picked and I've got piles just sitting on either side of the garden bed. Now I stopped checking what the bulbs were like, maybe when I was like a quarter of the way through, because I was feeling a lot of garlic that was a bit soft in some places. So I just started picking it and I thought I'm going to sort it out afterwards. Now, I don't know what I'm going to find when I am sorting out the garlic from good garlic to garlic that is no good. I think I'm going to probably prepare myself to be a little bit disappointed. In hindsight, we probably should have picked them all the other day, but I didn't think that 2 days extra in the ground would have done, well, a big difference, and obviously it looks like it has. So I'm going to sort out the garlics, from ones that we can store to ones that are totally no good to ones that we can save half of them and take them inside and use them first. So I'm going to sort out all of this garlic and then we'll go from there. Maybe I shouldn't be disappointed yet. Just be prepared to be disappointed. I don't know what I will find. Now we are just going to sort out the garlic in the piles down here. We're probably going to have 3 piles. One that is fine and able to be stored. One that is half good, that maybe we can open and save some of the cloves. Like I said, we're not going to be able to dry them and store them. We're going to have to use them really soon, so maybe freeze them. And the last pile will be for garlics that are totally beyond saving, starting to turn to mush, which will feed to the animals.
Do chickens and that eat garlic?
I don't see why not. You can put garlic in their water, like to help boost their immune system. I can't believe you're finding so many good ones. See, this doesn't feel as firm as what other ones have felt. Like, look at this one. Beautiful. I thought they all turn out like that. See, and then you got to think, are they soft spots or are they just parts where the cloves meet?
Yeah. Yeah,
that one. I guess we'll find out as we start storing them and if they continue to get softer. So we've got all of the garlic sorted. We ended up doing 2 piles instead of the 3. this pile here, the garlic seems okay, so we're going to try and store this. But before we do that, we're going to lay it out in a shady spot so it can cure for all of these leaves to dry off before we cut them off and store them inside. Now, this pile here, it did feel like there were some soft parts of the garlic. So we're not going to let these to cure. What we're going to do is actually cut them open and have a look inside, see if there were some soft spots. If there was, we're going to see if we can salvage any of the cloves, and if so, we can just chop them up and pop them in the freezer. That way we're hopefully not wasting all of this garlic, because as you can see, there's a lot of garlic here. To be honest, it's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. I've got a little bit more space down here, so I'm going to go get the garlic that we harvested 2 days ago. We did leave it sitting in the wheelbarrow, so I don't think it's fully dried out properly. Okay, so all of the garlic I have put in one of the greenhouses. Now, we've still got the plastic on here, so it's obviously going to be way too hot. So tomorrow I am going to take the plastic off and I'll pop some shade cloth on. That way it's in a nice, well-ventilated area. It's pretty late in the afternoon now, so I'm not too fussed about them being in here overnight. The temperature's going to go down a little bit, but first thing in the morning I will have to take off this plastic. Otherwise, it's not going to be good if they stay in here tomorrow when the temperature goes up again. So I don't know how many I've got in here. I'm going to count. If I counted correctly, we've got 191 garlics in here. Now, considering I planted out, I think it was around 250. I mean, we've lost quite a few. I am going to go and cut some of them open now, though, and just have a look. I'm not sure if all of them are like kind of rotting, going squishy, or maybe that's just where the two cloves meet, and so it's a bit of a dip and it feels like it's squishy. Some of them were a little bit confusing, so I put them in the pile. I'm going to go over and just cut some of them open and have a look to see if we can salvage any of the cloves. Fingers crossed. This is the pile that we could feel some soft spots on the garlic, so we are just going to cut some of them open and take a look inside, and hopefully we can salvage some of the cloves, maybe take them inside and freeze them. They won't be any good to cure and store in their bulbs if they have started going soft. So hopefully if we peel them and we can pop them in the freezer, that way they're not going to waste. So finally, after getting through that many layers, I can see some cloves right on the inside. That's how many layers I had to get through to find some little cloves. So I don't know if that means that this one should have been in the ground for longer but then I don't know why it was starting to go soft. I have had the water turned off for maybe 2 or 3, maybe 2 weeks. So, and we haven't really had any rain since that time. If you know what's going on with this garlic, please write below in the comments, because I have no idea. So I think what we're going to do, instead of cutting all of these open, there's a lot of garlic here. We're just going to lay it out on the bed. I'm not going to put it with the others. I might just lay it out on the bed for a day or two and check it tomorrow, check it the day after, and just to see if they are in fact still pretty soft and if they are rotting. Because, I mean, these ones here, I thought they were rotting, they felt a bit soft, and I've opened them up and they almost seem like they weren't quite ready yet, and maybe that's why they felt a little bit on the softer side. I'm not really sure. Now, instead of cutting all of these open, because that's going to take a really long time, I'm just going to lay them out on the bed here. We'll try and start drying them out, and even if they haven't split into the cloves yet, we can always peel them and just use the whole garlic as a bulb, chop it up, pop it in the freezer, dry it, whatever we want to do. But we obviously want as little wastage as possible. So I'm going to start by laying them out on the bed. It's the next morning and I've just come out to start taking off the plastic off the greenhouse and to cover it with some shade cloth. That way the garlic that I've got curing in there isn't going to get too hot and there can be a bit of airflow throughout the shade house. Now, last night I realised after I had laid the garlic out on the bed that it probably isn't a good idea to leave it laying out in the sun. I should probably move it into a nice shady spot. Apparently, if you leave the garlic laying out in the sun, it can get sun scald. I've never done that before, so I don't have any experience with it. That's just what I've read. So I will move this garlic here and I'll pop it into a shady spot. Now, the garlic that we've got curing in the greenhouse, which is soon going to become a shade house, I think I'm going to leave there for a few weeks until the stems are fully dried off before we can take them inside and store them. So, all in all, I think I'm okay with our garlic harvest. Yes, it wasn't amazing. We still did lose at least 60 bulbs of garlic. Yeah, but in saying that, it could have been a lot worse, and I was expecting it to be a lot worse when I started harvesting the garlic. So I'm very thankful that we got to harvest the amount that we did, and after they have finished their curing time, I'll do another video to show you what the next step is as we take them inside the house. But I guess that is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a like, share it around, and don't forget to subscribe as well so you can be notified when I put more videos out, but also I can hopefully reach more people. I hope you all can get out into your gardens today to enjoy the sunshine and start growing your own food. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Bye!